Good morning, everybody. I'm here with David Orney. He's going to hit a few golf shots for us. Go ahead, David. Okay, that's one. Two. How were those, David? Okay?
The first one was okay. The second one, I lost a little bit.
Okay.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Bad.
And the fourth one. Alrighty, David. Thank you very much, my friend.
Okay.
Alright, David, my turn.
Okay. Great shot.
Thanks. Alright, folks, what you're going to see there is quite a different pattern of where the golf club landed between David's shots and my shots. We're going to show you a little drill on how to improve where your golf club lands, because it's very, very vital. Okay, how do we get the golf club to land left of the golf ball, to take that divot that you see tour professionals and better ball strikers take? Okay, I'm going to teach you a method. It goes back to Homer Kelly's The Golfing Machine book. It's a fantastic book. It's really confusing. It takes a long time to get through, but it's probably a teaching pro's Bible in most cases. Now, the method they call it, they use, it's called aiming point. And what that means simply is that we have an address hand location. Our hands are mid-body, and everybody's hands are maybe a couple inches here, a couple inches there, but generally our hands are right in front of our body at address. And what we're going to do, rather than try to return our hands to this address hand location, we're going to learn how to return our hands to an impact hand location. And what I'm showing you here is that when I look down from my perspective through my hands, I see my hands somewhere over this wooden dowel I have on the ground between my feet. Now at impact, I'm trying to get my hands, if I were to take that dowel and run a line from my eyes through my hands, now my hands are clearly, from my visual perspective, well left of where my address hand location is. So it's a spot over here. In fact, I'll put a golf ball there, so you know where I see my hands at impact. If I could stop and look, well, if you stop this video, you'll see where, if you draw a line from my eyes through my hands, you'll see where I see my hands. I mean, it's very clear. They're well left of where they are at address. So I'm going to hit a golf shot here, trying to get that nice forward landing club head. Okay, and it was a well-struck shot. And in order to do that, I didn't try to return my hands to address. I tried to return my hands to this forward condition, which gives you a forward-leaning shaft and a downward strike in the golf ball. And you'll notice you didn't see me try to lift my head, did I? Well, I have no reason to try to lift my head. The only reason I would lift my head is if I let my angles expand way too early and I'm going to run into the ground. Now my body's going to try to protect itself and lift up. My head doesn't lift up because it wants to. My head lifts up because my body lifts up. My body lifts up because I've lost my angles, because I don't have the correct aiming point, and I'm going to run the risk of driving into the ground, and it makes my body come up. So let's go in the bunker, and I'll show you a great drill on how to get a super aiming point, really have a fantastic dynamic impact condition that gives you a nice forward divot of the golf ball. Okay, pal, let's give it a try. Nice and easy now. Okay, still behind the line, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, let's not aim at this line. Let's aim clear to the left and see how we do.
Okay.
Hey, so in your mind's eye, where were you aiming?
Up front.
Right, so I'm going to give you something. I want your club to land left of this. I want you to aim right here. How are you going to do it?
Okay.
Let's keep your feet. Don't sneak your feet too far to the left. So back your feet up. No cheating.
Okay.
There you go. Try to hit that X. Okay, so here we are in the bunker. And what I've done here is I've drawn a line in the sand. And of course, I've got a little aim line. I've got this wooden dowel down here to help me with my direction. And I've set this down here. It's more for your visual reference. When you get in the bunker, you can just draw a nice little line and use it all as a ball location line, and then you can just draw these lines in the sand with your golf club. Now, here's a circle, obviously a hula hoop. And what most people do is they try to take this golf club from this address location and return it to this address location. That results in landing behind the golf ball. It's always some kind of scooping motion that really instills this lift up, because you don't want to hurt yourself by hitting the ground by unhinging incorrectly. So what I want you to do is, when you draw your line in the sand, you don't have to hit these shots very hard. What's important is, like I talked a moment ago, of aiming point. Where do I want my hands to go? If I take my hands somewhere, the club head travels. Now, I don't want to over accelerate the club head, and I'm afraid that's what most of you do. So I want you to come in here and take a 7-iron or 8-iron and hit a soft little shot that's driven by pivot thrust, by rotation of the body. The body rotates, it helps transport the arms and transports the club. The key to distance is allowing this hinge to work properly and release at the right place. So let's try it. We're going to hit a little shot, really focusing on letting the club land left of the golf ball while it collects the ball and hits it up in the air. And that one wasn't that great. I landed a little bit behind the line, so that wasn't good for me. So that's why, even at the level I play at, you still make mistakes. That's why to be really, really precise, you have to do these kind of drills. Let's hit another one. And I'm going to focus on having a little bit farther aiming point this time. So I see my hands between my feet, but I know where I'm driving them. Okay, and that was a good one. That I collected the ball and then the sand. You can clearly see there's no divot to the right of this line, but there's a big divot to the left. Now, I promise you guys and gals, if you can change your low point to be left of the golf ball, you're going to play some great golf, and you're going to hit it farther than you ever thought you could. So good luck with these drills. Thank you, David Orange, for coming up here and being my guinea pig. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.